What up, what up, what up? Welcome to On the Table Talk. I'm Stoney.
I'm T.
And today we're going to read a subreddit about relationships. Okay. I guess it's about cheating again, of course.
Of course.
Here we go.
Everybody wants to cheat these days.
Everybody wants to cheat and talk about it on the internet.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So here's one where we have a female who's 22 and her boyfriend is a male of 23 years old. All right. The title is, My Boyfriend Confessed to Me That He Has the Desire to Cheat on Me and our nearly perfect 4-year relationship is on the line. He confessed that he wants to cheat on her after nearly 4-year perfect relationship. Not so perfect. Don't sound so perfect to me.
Took the words right out of my
like
mouth.
Like a one-sided perfect.
Okay.
And this is about infidelity here.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so she goes, I recently learned that my boyfriend has had the desire to cheat on me throughout the entire 4+ year relationship. It's over. He told me that over the years, the desires would come and go, and that he never acted on them, obviously. We had a great relationship. Really great. Almost perfect. But now he says the desire to cheat is stronger than ever, to the point where he doesn't know if he can trust himself. Wow. He hasn't cheated yet, but the fact that he has thoughts about it scares both of us. Is this something we can work out? Or are we doomed? We're going to try therapy, either together or just him. Our past 4.5 years together have been nearly perfect, and I don't want it to end because of this. Please only give advice if you've had a similar experience. I guess I just want to know if this is common struggle for guys in long-term relationships. She also adds, me and my boyfriend have had a great 4 years with no problems. But he recently confessed to me that, if it's too long to read, it's like a summary. But anyway, go ahead. What do you think?
Look at you going through it to me.
I'm like,
okay, so here's the first thing I noticed. You guys are very young. 22 and 23, right? And you've been in a 4-year relationship, so that means you guys started this relationship, at least for the female woman. You started this when you were still a teen.
both.
Oh, both of them,
18
actually.
to 19.
Yes, so you guys were both teens. Listen, oftentimes when you're young and you've only been with each other, right? This can easily happen. It happens with people who've been with plenty of folks before they get to the final, or what they think is going to be their final relationship. So, yeah, I'm noticing that you guys are very young. I'm noticing that you seem to be saying that this is a perfect this and a perfect that. It's not perfect. Your boyfriend wants to go out and explore. I don't see this as being doomed. I just see it as being life, right? He's going to cheat if you guys stay together. He's young. He wants to go out there and explore. You currently do not. But at some point, even if he didn't want to go out and explore, you might feel that way as you get a little older, right? So, yeah. And then I see here that you're saying that you guys went to therapy, or you're going to go to therapy. Therapy for what? You guys aren't married. You're not engaged. This is a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Sometimes things end. This is probably just one of those things where he's meant to be in your life for this particular time. And then you guys, move on to other people, to other things. Yeah, that's honestly all I have. I don't see it as him being a bad guy, but I do. It is very telling that he's been feeling like this since the beginning. I think he wants to break up, But he doesn't know how to say it. He don't know how to say it.
Okay.
So that's just how I feel. Because he's been thinking like, he's been feeling this way since the very, very beginning. As what you've, per your own words. So how perfect could it have been? I feel for her.
Well.
She's young, and this is probably her first love.
Well, both of them, really.
Well, she's the one that's getting the brunt of it because he wants to do it, but she doesn't.
Right.
So that's why I said I feel for her because her heart is breaking, and this is going to probably foster some insecurities in her.
Yeah. Well, in reading this is one of the reasons why parents don't want their kids getting in relationships when they're young. Because after about 4 or 5 years, you're going to be wanting to explore.
Well, they don't want them to get in long-term relationships because we already know.
We know.
We already know.
But the thing is, no one gets into a relationship. First of all, when you meet someone, you don't know if you're going to be in a relationship. Then no one gets into a relationship like, okay, this is going to be a 2-year relationship. Because I'm going to be 20 years old and, you're going to be 19 and I need to move on. No one's going to say that.
Right.
No one's going to get in a relationship at 18 and say, hey, when I turn 21, it's over, right? Like, what do you mean? Everything's great. No, when I turn 21, before we start this relationship, when I turn 21, it's over. So no one gets in. So it's scary because when they get in at such a young age, and now you're 22 and 23 years old, and now he's already been for the last 4 years saying that he wants to cheat or having free. Some type of urge to cheat.
He wants to be free.
But at the same time, kudos to him because
he's been honest about it.
He's trying. Yeah, he's been honest. He's open. He's telling you about it, and he's trying to stay par. He's trying to stay par for the course.
What the hell was that?
Oh, I get a double? I get a double.
What was that?
Well, I'm just saying he's trying to be straight.
Yeah.
He's trying to be straight up. A par for the course? You never heard that?
Yeah. I heard that.
It's like, you know what that means?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't need to go through that. But
okay.
He's trying to be, he's trying to be the good guy here.
Yeah.
And in some ways he is because he's told you about it.
Yeah.
So let's get into some comments here. Someone says, nearly perfect. Boy, do I have good news for you. Somebody has issues and you ain't going to fix them. He ain't fixing it either. One of these days, he'll do it because he hasn't experienced the grass is greener to realize that it's the dog shit notion. And what that means is people always think the grass is greener on the other side. So basically, this guy is curious. He's been curious for years. And this person is saying that eventually he's going to cheat. And once he cheats, he's going to realize that it's like really no difference. He should have just stayed with you, the one that loved him and all that. So that's what they're talking about, if you didn't know. OP responded. So you're saying you don't think this is something we can get past?
Not going to happen. He's going to do it.
Yeah, he's going to do it. And they responded to OP saying 99.5% is going to fail within a year. How do you move forward from what I want to cheat on you? How does anyone follow up or recover? It's like there's no textbook. OP, I'm talking to OP.
Yeah.
There's no textbook for something like this.
No.
It's the plane's coming. I don't want to say that either.
Yeah.
It's like a natural disaster waiting to happen.
Listen, I think it boils down to you having an understanding that you only control yourself. You do not control him.
Good
Okay?
one. I like
That's it.
I like that.
And you need to allow him to do what he needs to do. That's it.
Yeah.
You only control yourself. Right now, you're trying to figure out all the different things that you can do to control his behavior.
Right.
And the answer is you can do nothing to control his behavior.
Right. Because if you obviously you trust him. Okay. You trust him. He trusts you. He has these urges and desires. The only thing you can do is to continue to trust him until you can't anymore.
I don't agree with that.
I mean, one day he's going to come. No, one day he's going to change. One day he's going to change. He has these feelings towards her. Mm-hmm. He's being open. He's being honest. He's being loyal. He's being faithful. And then when that day comes, when he cheats,
because he will,
you're going to know it. Mm-hmm. You're going to know it. Immediately, you're going to have a gut feeling. He's not going to talk about it anymore. Why would he even talk about it? Because it's happened. Mm-hmm. That's when you know. You're going to have a feeling, and then something's going to happen where it's going to confirm that feeling. Mm-hmm. So eventually, that's going to be a break. I know it's hard to hear people tell you, oh, it's over, it's going to break up, it's not going to last. Mm-hmm. You know, of course you want to go against all of that because everything's great.
But it isn't.
Everything's great, but it isn't, right, like you say. But it isn't. But it isn't.
Yeah.
Okay. We have another user says, is this in a fetish sense, like the idea of cheating, or has he been tempted by individual people? Everyone gets sexually attracted to people outside their relationships. It's just nature. You just don't act and you don't feed the fantasy. Okay, honestly, if he's feeling this worried about it, that therapy is a great idea. It may be a legitimate mental health issue. If he's saying he wants to fight the relationship, fight for the relationship and try to get help, I'd say that's a good thing. See how therapy goes. If he starts using an excuse, then all this goes out of the window. So OP responds, for what I understand, it's just something he's always dealt with. Like, he'll see an attractive girl out in public and fantasize about having sex with them. So no one in particular. It's not like he's seeking out specific girls, so he's not telling you. He's made it clear that his demons are 100% sexual driven, and he has no desire to have an emotional relationship with anyone other than me. That's what all cheaters would say. All cheaters, right? They don't want the emotional relationship. They just want to cheat.
Hell, they barely want the emotional relationship with their spouses.
Right. They don't want
significant others.
How are you going to have two emotional relationships? No one's going to have two emotional. They don't want it. They're trying to drop one and pick up another. They one at a time. Anyway, I agree that mental health. I agree it's a mental health thing. I just hope it's something that he can fix or control and not let it take over to the point where he actually cheats. Thank you for the nice comment.
See, I'm wondering now, is this a religious thing? Are these two people religious? I don't think so, because then they wouldn't be in this relationship, right? So I'm scrapping
18 to 19.
Well, but they're in religion, you wouldn't be living like this together. So I'm just going to scrap that idea. I was going to say I was going to go in a particular direction because they said something about sexual demons and all this other stuff. Because it's giving. Does he have a problem, or is he just simply a young man who's attracted to women?
Well, what you mean by living? You mean like living together?
Well, they are having. Aren't they having sexual relationships?
I don't know if they're having sexual relationships, but they're a couple.
Okay, so
So
she
he's
didn't
thinking about cheating on her, like,
having sex with other people.
right, but not,
So are we to assume that they haven't had sex?
didn't say.
Okay, I'm just going to scrap the whole thought. I thought that for a moment, I started wondering if they were religious, and that's why she was referring to like him wanting to have sexual relations with other people, demon based.
Mm-hmm.
And so it started me down a particular,
Right.
rabbit hole of, wait a minute, are they
Right.
religious? Is this what this is? Or does this young man have a problem? Does he have a problem? Or is he just normal and he's attracted to women? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, he shouldn't be in a relationship. I don't
Well,
think.
yeah,
I think it's. I think for him. I mean, this is OP posting, but I think for him, I think he needs to decide that when he's ready to go, he needs to make a decision because it's driving OP crazy.
Yeah, I just feel like this is a young man who got into a relationship before he had any other sexual experiences,
Mm-hmm.
and he is curious about it all. So, with
Mm-hmm.
that being said, yeah, I feel like you need to control what your actions are, because you're not going to be able to control what he does.
Yeah.
He will eventually find a way to do what he wants to do, and sure, he'll probably regret it because he is emotionally tied to you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to stop him from doing what he is feeling,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of sexually towards other people. He'll find an outlet.
Yeah.
He is going to, and I'm not really comfortable with this referring to it as like a demon thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
You say he'll find an outlet
I think he gonna
like a
cheat.
KB Toys outlet,
No, I think he
Nike store outlet.
no he gonna cheat. He gonna cheat, and the more you keep trying to make it seem as though these are demons in him, like unless he really is sick, because it sounds like the way she refers to his desires, it feels almost like he's sick.
Okay.
Gives me the ick, honestly.
I'm going to read one more, then we'll go to final thoughts.
Yes.
All right. One more here. It says, I'm not as negative as some of the other responders. It's obviously a problematic feeling for him. And when it started to get out of his control, he came to you with it, which is a good thing.
That's true.
Okay. There are nuances that we probably cannot pick up from the internet. Mm-hmm. But if his goal is coming to you, if his goal in coming to you was to get support in flying right, then it's a good thing. I get into counseling and make that the front and center issue and see how it goes. The OP responded, I think that's definitely the next step for us. Thank you for advice. Okay, so my final comment is kudos to you guys. Kudos to you young guys for hanging in there. I mean, think about it. 18, 19, they're still together at 22, 23, and apparently no one has cheated on the other, but he has these thoughts and desires, and they still want to be together. If all of that is true, and not just by words, but I'm just like in actuality, if all of that is true, and he wants to get help, then why not? Go ahead and get some help, get some counseling, because people who are 33, 43, 53 years old, they don't go. A lot of people don't do counseling.
Yeah.
Older adults don't do counseling.
That's true.
At any age. A lot of people do. I'm assuming, I don't know everyone in the world, but I'm assuming that most people don't. Because I don't know everybody in the world. Okay? But at 23 years old and you want to get some counseling, it is very mature. So go ahead and get you some counseling. And if that doesn't work out, then you guys just take the next step. So that's all I have to say about that.
Well.
Okay. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll agree with you on that. I don't want to tell you guys to break up because that's not my place, but I do feel like at the end of the day, he's young. You guys are both young, and I think it's natural. If this is not something more than just, him going through what a lot of young people go through when they're in long-term relationships, then yeah, I don't. I just think you control yourself and no one else. So, and it is pretty mature for them to seek therapy. So,
And you know me, I have one more thought.
come on
I
now.
always have the one more thought.
All right.
I have the one more thought because something you said before about he's gonna cheat. He's gonna cheat. Okay, but he hasn't cheated.
That's true.
He hasn't cheated, and it's very difficult to tell a young person that something's gonna happen in the future when nothing has happened thus far.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell them this is gonna happen. As adults, we may 100% feel that something's going to happen, but there's still that 1% chance that it's not going to happen. I just only say this because I remember as someone at your age, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 years old, I remember older, say parents, I just say parents. I remember parents telling me, you're not going to be this person, or you're not going to be able to do this. And I remember others telling me, you're going to be great. You're going to be up here. Let me summarize it. Parents say whatever they want to say, and it's all based on what they feel.
Yeah.
You're not going to be together for whatever reason that they have. And it doesn't necessarily make it true.
That's true. I could be completely wrong. He could literally get it together and it could all work out.
Yeah, it's just our opinion, and it's just our opinion, and it's just our opinion.
And let me
Oh, you have one more. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, our recording device went off. But anyhow, if you're here watching this long, we really, 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 really appreciate it. So go ahead and leave your comments into the chat. Come back and watch our channel, subscribe, follow, do all that good stuff. And we'll see what's on the table, and we'll talk about it.